We're going to start with the latest in the ongoing Beckham family feud. So Brooklyn Beckham has reportedly covered up a tattoo that he once dedicated to his father, David. The word dad used to be etched inside an anchor tattooed on his arm. Now it's covered up with 3 symbols. And also there are new reports today that say he also covered up tattoos on his fingers that held the names of his brothers and sister. And this comes, by the way, just weeks after Brooklyn publicly stated he has no interest in reconciling with his famous family staying in the UK. Also, the man formerly known as Prince Andrew, he's not getting the royal treatment these days. No, reports say staff at his new home refusing to serve him. This is after he was forced out of his main estate and the fallout from his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And then we got royal drama in the Olympics. Mariah Carey took to the stage today at the Winter Olympics opening ceremony in Milan, singing the famous song Volare in Italian before transitioning to her song Nothing is Impossible, hitting one of those, high notes that she's famous for. But social media, of course it has opinions. Some critics saying the performance fell flat. Others accusing her of lip singing. And by the way, it's Mariah Carey. And then unfortunately we have complete 180. Very sad news tonight. This is a story we have been following. Rapper Lil Jon's 27-year-old son, Nathan Smith, was found dead in a pond in Georgia. This is 3 days after he was reported missing, and police say there are no signs of foul play, but the investigation is still open. Want to talk about it all? Got the best person to talk about this all. Paula Froelich, NewsNation's senior story producer and host of The Scoop with Paula Froelich. Great to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Oh, you too, my friend. Let's get into it.
Brooklyn drama. Talk to me about it.
Okay, well, first of all, everyone out there pretty much knows that all the men in the Beckham family use their bodies as a message board. They are tatted up. They've got everyone's name. And Brooklyn had his dad on his arm, his mom on his chest, and his brothers and sisters on his fingers. They're all gone. So everyone noticed, obviously, the dad one because it was covered up, and everyone was like, oh my God, oh my gosh, it's gone. We have it. He's not taken his shirt off, but I am assured that the mother tattoo is also gone, as it should be, because obviously Nicola has major umbrage with Victoria and the other way around. And I'm sure that every time she's hanging out with her husband, she does not want to see a reminder of Victoria, her nemesis. And then he also got the names of his brothers and sisters taken off, which is actually quite sad because he is supposed to have had a really loving, wonderful relationship with his sister Harper, who also had a good relationship with Nicola. She was the only person in the family to have a good relationship with Nicola. And unfortunately, I think he thought if he was going to do one, he'd do them all. Now, they are covered up. It doesn't look like he got them lasered off. It looked like he just kind of covered them up. And
which is, by the way, not easy to do. Not easy to do, to think about. So it's a big statement.
Oh, it is not.
I got to get to Prince Andrew. I wanted to.
Oh, yes.
I'm not surprised by this. What are you learning?
Okay, so, Prince Andrew was booted, finally, from Royal Lodge. Everyone was like, why is he in this 50-room mansion? He's a pariah. He's now in Marsh Farm, which is right next to Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate where he's supposed to be moving into. He's staying at Marsh Farm. He's very unhappy. He says it's ratty and gross. However, his staffers were given the opportunity to either stay with him to serve him and in a job, or basically, be offered retirement with a nice hefty settlement, and a long list of staffers are taking the retirement option. They're like, no, we're done. And I can't blame them. He's got a really horrific reputation for treating people he considers beneath him horribly, and really just throwing stuff on the ground, go pick that up, and just really, really not a nice guy. Not to mention he has a horrific habit of teddy bears, where he's got a horde of teddy bears that he likes to be placed on his bed every day in a very specific position.
So that is as concerning as his sweating issue, but I guess that's a conversation for a different time.
So weird.
We have like 45 seconds. Real quick, what's your take on the Mariah Carey situation?
I won't hear it. I love Mariah. This is blasphemy. Mariah is amazing. She had a horrible year last year. She lost her mom. She lost her sister. Her brother's suing her. I'm done. Don't come to me with any Mariah criticism.
This weekend, you're going to be the troll of the trolls. You're going to go on every one of them and comment on them and try to get them
I am. 100%.
Paula Froelich, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank
I really
you,
appreciate
friend.
it. It's always good seeing you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.